Don't worry, my husband and I are here to make all the mistakes so that you guys don't have to. So my husband got a new job, and we did as Dave Ramsey recommends, where we talked to an HR person about how to best get our W-4 so that it is closest to like a zero tax return as possible. And they sent us some information back, and we kind of looked it over, and then my husband filled out his W-4 according to how he thought it should be filled out. And long story short, he didn't really understand what allowances were, so he took out no allowances. And what that in turn did is it made it so that we were projected to pay over $12,000 to the government that we would be getting back at the end of 2020 as a tax return. So total we are paying $14,000 to the government, but we would have gotten back a $12,000 tax return. And if you guys follow Dave Ramsey and his guidelines for financial freedom, you know that that is not the idea. The idea is that you should be paying as little taxes as possible each paycheck and trying to get your tax return as close to zero as you can. And so I'm going to show you guys how we made this mistake and what we did to fix it so that we are seeing more of our money and so that Uncle Sam is not getting an interest-free loan. Okay, so here we are looking at my husband's pay stub, and his regular pay check bi-weekly is $3,096.80. So here is where we kind of have the breakout of how our current money is coming out. We did enroll in a basic life insurance with them, but we did have a Roth IRA that's taking out money, and let's see, our accidental death and dismemberment for our whole family is like $12.18 a month for a really good like a $500,000 if something happened to us, life insurance, and a supplemental life insurance for $582. So that's kind of the breakdown of a few of those fees. Okay, so those things are not so high, pretty normal. And here is where our tax breakdown came out. So Medicare, that's a normal payment. Federal income tax was $490.10. Social Security was $192.07, and Utah state tax was $153.35. With these numbers, we show that every 2 weeks we were paying over $800 in taxes. Showed that our income, the way we have it set up right now, would be $1,981.58. And let's see, so our gross income would be $3,097.94 every 2 weeks. Taxes would be $880.44 of that. And our deductions were $235.92, which is our 401k and our life insurance. And then our net pay is $1,981.58. So that is a drastically different number from that $3,097.94. So at that point, knowing that every 2 weeks we're paying $880.44, that's like, you know, you think about your monthly income, and that's almost $1,700 that we're paying a month to our taxes. So once we saw like that our number was so high, I knew that something must have been filled out wrong on my husband's W-4. So I asked him just about how he filled it out. I think he only put one exemption and no allowances. And so we did this IRS withholding calculator. So if you go to irs.gov and then go to individuals/IRS withholding calculator, IRS-withholding calculator, I'll link this URL below. But this is just a little form that you can go to. You scroll down to the bottom and you do the withholding calculator. So we went through this process and we filled out what our withholding calculator would be. And I actually used this tutorial on YouTube that I will also link below, but it's by Sickle Hunter Financial Advisors. And it just says how to fill out the W-4 2019. And basically they just go through this whole withholding calculator, like each page by page, and they explain
how to do the withholding calculator. So I'll link both of these below. But I'll show you guys now what, after we filled it out, what it said we were paying to taxes and what our huge mistake was and how, what our exemption number should be. Okay, so this is the page that was generated after I filled out that withholding calculator. And it says, based on the information you previously entered, your anticipated income tax for 2019 is $2,483. So it says, if you do not change your current withholding arrangement, you will have $14,600 withheld for 2019, resulting in an overpayment of $12,117 when you file your return. So basically, what that means is that we have been loaning Uncle Sam $12,000 on the way that we filled out our W-4 currently. So it says, to meet your anticipated tax without having too much or too little withheld, complete a new W-4 for each job, which we now just did. Okay, so it says, for the only job you entered, which has a projected salary of $80,000, we should have 19 allowances. So my husband didn't check the married box on his W-4, and it says, so the following number of allowances on line 5 should be 19, which he had 0, and he also didn't check the married box. So that is what happened when we filled out our W-4 wrong. It resulted in a $12,000 loan to Uncle Sam that we would have gotten back at the end of, which is definitely not how we want to do things. We want to see as much of our money as possible and try to get our tax return as close to 0 as possible. So we are going to, my husband has actually already changed that, so I'm hoping this next paycheck we can have a little bit of a better output and get more of that money back so that we are in charge of our money instead of having Uncle Sam kind of do that for us. So if you have filled out your W-4 wrong, or if you are feeling like you were paying way too much in taxes, or if you got too high of a tax return, I definitely suggest that you do the withholding calculator and go through it and see how many exemptions and allowances you should make. And then it will generate this page that will tell you how much you would be projected in, how much you should pay for taxes, how much you would get on your tax return when you filed it, and it'll let you know where you are at. So I actually like this a lot better than my husband just asking his HR person, which Dave Ramsey recommends. I feel like this was a better, accurate way to see exactly what is going on with our IRS tax returns. So I hope you guys are all doing well, and if you found this information useful, give this video a thumbs up, and I will talk to you later. Bye!